Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dar. Good morning, Ramen.
Good morning. Happy Friday to all those book minions.
Good morning. Please don't do this. I'm sorry. Good morning. I thought
Don't
that
do
was my mute
what?
button. I thought that was my mute button. I'm sorry. So I said good morning to everybody while I was muted, and then I muted to yell at my children.
Oh,
Murder hugs are flowing early.
I'm making
so
coffee.
how has everybody's week been this week?
Beautiful.
Well, Ramen seems to be cackling the laughter of the soon-to-be either dead or murderer, one or the other.
It sounds so ominous. It also makes me sound old, cackling. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she did cackle. She giggled. That was a schoolgirl giggle.
Okay. It still is enough to send a chill up my spine when she did it.
Wow. I wish that worked on my kids.
Morning, Sean. How you doing today? Yeah, that was a bit on the scary side. But anyway, last week we had some fun with horror books last week. Finishing out that list.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right, Sean. She's not camel toe, so that wasn't quite that level of cackling. That's a heart-stopping cackle comes out of that woman. That a spine shiver is okay. I can live with that. That heart stopper, though.
I actually had to go back and read what he said because I heard camel toe, and it's like, we ain't doing that this morning.
Okay, so we decided that we're going to do the best movies based on books.
I thought it was books turned into movies.
Well, the same difference, isn't it?
No.
Okay, let me see. Okay, got movies based on books. Did I?
Well, that's okay.
Books with movie adaptations?
Yeah, you could do that or the best movies from books. Either way.
Okay.
Either way. Doesn't bother me. I'm just saying.
Oh, no. When I go to, when I clicked on, that's weird. I clicked on the books with that, and it took me right back to the same link.
Oh. Okay, so we're good.
All right, so yeah. All right, now this list was updated June of this year. So it's not going to be the year out of date like we're used to.
Oh, good. And hopefully it won't be like ancient books that nobody's ever read.
Right. Now, everybody, good morning, Miss Becca.
Hey, girl.
It's Becca.
Now, remember, these are books, these ratings are based by ranker, which we've come to determine are people under the age of 30.
Oh, God.
Just throw that out.
This will be good. This will be good.
So, I expect I expect a lot of disappointment.
Me too.
If Blade Runner is not on this list, somebody needs to die.
Now,
we can make fun of so many people.
Only movies are adapted from novels or short stories, no comics. That's good. That leaves the MCU and DC out of this.
Well,
which is really good. But see, I'm an avid comic book reader, so
not so much. But I did like all of the Avengers, their first movies for each set were really good. Like the first Thor, the first Iron Man, I'll watch Robert Downey Jr. in anything, but yeah, their first anything was just really good. So that's kind of harsh. Just a little.
Well, the problem is that with that is all those adaptations, and I can see why they put that list there because that tightens it down to 2 companies basically.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I mean, yeah, you've got the oh God, who was that? That heavy metal. You got the
Oh
heavy metal
yeah,
movies that were based
that
on
was fucking good.
the first heavy metal movie was fantastic.
It
The
Yeah,
was
second
the
one,
bomb.
I didn't see
Oh,
the
Heavy
second one.
Metal 2020 sucked. Heavy Metal 2000. I'm sorry.
Well, it was 2020.
No,
Okay,
it came out in 2000. It sucked.
so
Sean. Sean, I saw your message. Escape to Witch Mountain. What did the book come out for? Was it a novelization of the movie, or did the movie come out based on the book? Because I read the book and I liked it as a little kid, and I saw the movie. That was good also. I just don't know which is first.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one either.
neither am I, because I've never seen the movie or read the book.
It's like a
You're
necessary part of your
so
childhood,
missing
man.
out. It is.
It's Eddie Albert and little Kim. What's her name? Hunter? No,
Yeah.
not Hunter. That was Planet from the Apes. Kim, what's her name? You'll know her when you see her.
Wasn't that the one with the Rock in it? Dwayne
No, that was the
Johnson?
remake.
That was the remake,
okay.
and it was
The
not
original
good.
was like in the 70s. It was
Yeah.
really good.
All right, then maybe I have seen the original one. It was the one with the Rock that I avoided like the plague.
Yeah,
I
because
heard
the
that
original
was no
one
good.
had Eddie Albert, and I want to say,
I can't remember her name. It's Kim something.
yeah,
Well,
no, it was
if it
Haley.
had Eddie
Haley.
Albert in it, then I probably watched it because Eddie Albert, believe it or not, was one of my favorite actors.
Oh, he was great.
Even though I absolutely did, I did. Green Acres disappointed me.
Never watched it. The idea seemed silly.
So
Oh,
anyway,
why did it disappoint you? That was funny.
because it kept being the same gag over and over and over again.
Kim Richards was the actress
Thank
in
you.
Escape from Witch Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. And now she's a fucking trash fire.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm chattering away. We need to get the list started.
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
We do a lot of that.
Forrest Gump.
Never read it, and I think it was overrated anyway.
The one note here, Forrest Gump is weirder or more offensive than the movie.
Yes, it is. The book is much more weirder and offensive than the movie was.
I didn't find the movie offensive at all.
Well, the movie wasn't offensive at all. They cleaned up a lot of stuff for it, and they left a lot of details out of the book for the movie.
Okay. Did you read the book?
Yes, after I watched the movie.
Oh, wow.
All right. And what do you got to say?
Okay, so this is the one thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to preface everything by saying that as a military person, my sense of humor and everything else is a little warped and different than the average, everyday, normal person. So don't think of me as a normal person, but I will say that this is one of the rare instances where I thought the movie was better than the book. And
that happens rarely, yeah.
That was so rarely. I mean, I think this would be. I think there's only 2 times I will ever say this, and this is one.
Was it because they cleaned up the book and to make it into the movie?
Yes. Well, okay. Yeah. It wasn't so much they cleaned up the book to make the movie. They just made the movie is much more understandable than the book because the book is a little weird. And not only that, but the main theme of Forrest himself comes through much better in the movie than it did in the book.
Okay.
Okay. So you've heard the expression keep it simple, stupid, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the main theme of the movie. Forrest Gump is a simple man. He's not all caught up and worried about all the minutia, and he does all these great things through history, right? You don't get that sense from the book.
Okay.
So that's, and if anybody wants to disagree or argue that point with me, I'm more than glad to listen to what they have to say. But that's my take.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you on it because, like I said, I've never read the book. I just realized I'm an idiot sometimes. I'm sitting here with my tablet on the bed next to me.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to read the screen off my phone.
Oh.
And it's like, why?
You have a tablet there. It's much easier to see.
Yes. So I just switched over to my tablet.
It could be worse. You could be walking around holding your phone in your hand, yelling at your friend, I call you, but I don't know where my phone is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say I've done that, but, yeah.
So tell me you've done that without telling me you've done that, Ramen.
Everybody today.
Okay.
This is National Pick on Ramen Friday. Yay!
Isn't that every day, depending on what stream you're on?
No, not really, because on
Pick away.
I've never heard her or Becca go unscathed on Sokka's channel.
Nobody goes unscathed on Sokko's channel. That's the reason why everybody says, "Damn it, Bon Sokko."
I don't know. Damn it, Johnny seems to roll off the tongue a lot smoother, but yeah.
Okay.
The sentiment's there.
Yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
That was really good. That was a really good adaptation.
It was a great book and a great movie. They're both on my multiple times, at least every 2 years to read and watch.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, this is probably one of in the top 20 movies that I bought. Just so I could have it available.
Yeah.
Ooh, has Robert Duvall in it.
That's right.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it was made in what, the 50s?
1962.
60s. Yeah, so obviously there was like some dialogue they couldn't put in the movie, but it was really close. I mean, yeah.
So
1962 was such a great year, wasn't it, for movies and stuff?
I can just cringe and try to imagine them I'm really surprised they haven't tried to remake this movie yet.
Oh, God, let's hope they never do.
And it's a shame that they, they basically banned the book because of some of the language. In high school and college reading.
It was reflective of the times, though. It was important to know that, that was words like that were casually thrown out.
And that somebody doing Gregory Peck's role was actually in a small town like that more rare than what you would expect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was, yeah.
But anyway, I think this is probably better than Forrest Gump. I think this should be
way better. Way better.
Because it was a much more faithful adaptation.
Mm-hmm. It really was. It really captured the heart of that book.
So.
I gotta go watch it again because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
No, this should not be in the top 10.
I've never seen or read any of these, so I'm good.
I've read them all. I've seen every adaptation of the movies that you could think of. And Yes.
Much lower on the list. Much
I,
lower.
I mean, top 10 maybe, but I don't think it deserves number 3.
No. Yeah, because I have read the Lord of the Rings trilogy multiple times. I have seen every movie, every TV show. I even saw the Rankin and Bass cartoon version of this.
I always wanted to see that.
Saw it in the theaters back in the back in the day. I'm not going to say when exactly because I want to date myself.
Wasn't that a great adaptation though?
You know, it was much more faithful to the source material. But the one thing that none of those adaptations to movie ever captured was the true desperation and horror of the moments, you know, when they were in battle and things like that.
I don't think you could.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You know, the way Tolkien wrote those, you could, you know, I mean, when you're reading it, you could feel it viscerally. The horror and the desperation and the in the movies, well, the Rankin and Bass kind of came pretty close to it, but in the modern adaptations, even though the costuming and special effects and everything were super awesome, you just don't get the true, that visceral reaction that you desperately wanted.
You're right. But I mean, a good adaptation, yes. A great adaptation in the top, you know, being number 3, never. Well,
Nope.
not today.
No, I agree.
Okay. Schindler's List.
I didn't realize that was a book. I probably should have.
I read the book, or I read the movie after watching the. I read the book after watching the movie.
That sounds like my modus operandi.
And I'm going to have to say, the movie, like Dar said about Forrest Gump, I think the movie did a better job than the book did. And it was that effect of using the little girl in the red coat.
Yeah, that was pretty.
While the rest of the movie was in black and white. That little bit of trick photography, I think, brought it home just a little bit better. But yeah, they're both. I mean, if you can watch or read the book without crying, you don't have a heart, or choking up a bit.
Yep.
Number 4 on the list. I'm not going to argue that point. How about you guys?
No, I saw the movie. Did not read the book. The movie was super intense, and like you said, the little girl in the red coat. That was just, yeah.
It's one of those movies that's fucking brilliant, but you never want to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Go for it, Dar.
What do you mean, go for it?
I don't think.
So you want to know what I think of the movie? Everybody goes around quoting lines from the movie all the time and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't get it. What's that good of a movie?
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
It was not that good of a movie. I don't get it. There were some funny moments in it.
Don't shoot yourself 6 times in the back of the head, Dart. Don't do it.
All right,
there are people that like you.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't get it. I didn't see it as that great of a movie. Watched it once and went, yeah, okay. There were some funny moments, but yeah, you're not going to catch me going around quoting lines from it or anything. Just saying.
I like that it plays on, some of your fairy tale tropes. the super powered, brilliant, evil mastermind really isn't all that bright, and the big strong guy is really just a kitten, and it was, I'm gonna murder you, stop it. And it was just a fun movie. You sucked, R.
I didn't read the book. The movie to me was it
Man,
was
he's
one of
beautiful.
those movies that you could sit there and watch with the family and everybody
Yes.
enjoy it, and everybody get a little something different out of it. There were jokes and one-liners in there for the adults that would
Hmm.
go over the kids' heads without being dirty. And to me, this is that one of those ultimate family movies.
Sleep well, Leslie. I'll most likely kill you in the morning. We used to giggle over that. It was just, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, my son loves that movie. And I really love that they had, what's his name? Help me out here. Peter, in the beginning, narrating. Fucking the guy in the trench coat. I'm coming up.
Peter Coyote.
No, Peter Falk.
Oh, Peter
Oh,
Falk.
okay. Oh,
Columbo.
yeah.
Columbo.
Reading the book. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love that he got his grandson to listen to this story. That's pretty much a girly story. By the time, there's sword fights, and there's fighting, and there's chivalry, and there's adventure. And he yoked his grandson into reading this book with, just a few words. I thought it was wonderful.
Well,
I couldn't get through the book, though. I tried so hard. I couldn't do it.
See, Mandy Patinkin is one of my he's one of my actors. If I see him in a movie, I'm going to watch it.
I get that.
He's a good
Okay,
actor.
because
That's the only
he
thing I've seen him
normally
in.
doesn't pick bad movies.
Who would have guessed that dear
Except for when it
Wesley-
comes to Princess Bride.
Oh, jeez, hush you. Who would have guessed dear sweet Wesley would be Dr. Gordon like 30 years later? Jesus. Saw? Not Saw fans.
Be who?
Saw. Dr. Gordon.
Oh, was that him?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't catch that. All right. Okay, number 6. And thank God they picked this version and not the other one.
That's the only one they could pick.
Yeah, the only decent one, right?
Oh, man.
The Johnny Depp movie sucked.
I refuse to acknowledge it. I never watched it. I can't.
It never happened.
I've watched it twice. I understand what they're going for, and that I just no. It was a bad idea. Your idea, what you're going for, was a bad idea in that remake. So, but this one here, and the thing was with Gene Wilder doing this role.
Oh, he was fucking amazing.
Yeah, but if you watch it, you could see that there is a bit of he wasn't that kindly gentleman.
Oh,
No.
he was really creepy.
There was a bit of a sadist in him.
Plus, the book too was kind of dark from what I've heard, though I never read it.
The book is dark, yes.
He enjoyed watching those kids screw themselves. So
I think he just hated bad parenting and spoiled kids.
I think he just didn't like spoiled kids.
Because he was very not giving a shit when he told the parents where their kids might be.
And then
that was the script.
What was that train movie?
The Silver Streak.
Huh? No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no. The train movie that they say is actually the sequel to this movie, to Willy Wonka.
I
Uh,
don't know.
it had ah
Oh my God, not Snowpiercer, please.
yes, Snowpiercer. They say
I
they
don't know
say
why I thought that.
Snowpiercer. There's fan theories out there saying Snowpiercer is the sequel
I
to
hate
Willy
when
Wonka.
kids do that shit. I really
What?
hate it.
How do you? I
Yeah,
don't get that.
you'll have to sit down. If you sit down and read the fan theories behind it, it makes sense.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So I'll have to look it up. Sit down and read the fan theories behind it. It makes sense.
God, and I thought I was weird. Well, never mind.
I've got to look that shit up later.
Yep. But Snowpiercer, I thought was a great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I didn't see that.
Second time I saw it, yes. The first time, no. So yeah, the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, I get it now. So
But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Willy Wonka definitely deserves to be on this list.
yeah, I did do both, read the book and watch the movie. It was one of those ones where I watched the movie then read the book, and I got to say, both were quite enjoyable.
I didn't have to finish typing. Google filled it in.
Sean,
Snowpiercer
how
is a
could
sequel.
I can understand why you could say it's overrated.
Oh
because
my God.
I-
No, it isn't.
I can see why Sean would say it's overrated because unless you have a slightly twisted sense of humor, you're not going to get all of it.
Well, it's not so much that, but you got to remember too, this is a kind of a generational thing as well.
I don't know. Robin's younger than you and I, and she always loves the movie.
I will say I didn't like it as a kid. I didn't watch it as a kid. But as an adult, I went back and gave it a shot, and I was glued to it. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, because maybe you were seeing your kids in that group.
Wow! My kids are fucking angels. I will fight anybody that challenges that.
Now, did I say which kids they were?
Both of my kids are angels, hush. They never called the police to ask them to return a dog that didn't exist because they really wanted a dog.
Okay, so let's see. What's number 7 here?
I didn't read the book, but that
Wow,
movie was
nice
amazing.
segue. First whole rule of digging yourself out of a hole is quit digging. Good job.
Okay, Jurassic Park. No, no, and no.
I love that movie.
I
What?
don't
read it.
I don't like them. I've got all 5 of them. I've watched 3, and I that's all I could force myself to watch.
Okay, someone's a little bit odd, but all right. So here's my take. Watched the movie, read the book, liked the book a lot better than the movie, but the movie was pretty cool.
I kind of want to read the book now, but seeing it for the first time, it was so innovative with the effects and everything, and they actually had decent child actors, which is hard these days, and
Yes.
it was just amazing to watch it frame by frame. The movie was amazing, but I guess it's because I haven't read the book.
Well, if you ever get the chance to do it, I highly recommend you do so because it's even a little bit more creepy and than the movie.
Okay, I will definitely look it up.
Well,
Much better explanations.
Michael Crichton's books usually make very good movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one here, I mean, it just didn't push my buttons. None of them did. So,
Oh,
yes.
Becca says the movies are okay.
I agree with you.
I let her know she's wrong. So.
Well, the first one was amazing, but I mean, the plot devices they used to get these people back on the fucking island were just utterly retarded. So yeah,
They
there's
were.
that.
Yeah. Ooh. Yay.
Haven't read the book or seen the movie.
Well, then you are missing out on a
I know.
a truly masterful work.
I don't. Hitchcock is not. I know. I'm gonna go to hell for this. Hitchcock is not my thing. I
We
mean,
can't be friends anymore, Ramen.
I am okay with that because you crucified one of my favorite movies. But I think I saw Arsenic in Old Lake as a kid, bless you, and really loved it. But I think that's it.
You need to read the book by Robert Bloch. This
Yeah.
man could make creepy seem nice in his
Well,
writings.
from the clips I've seen, I think Anthony Perkins probably really carried that creepy is nice thing off very well.
Yes,
Oh, he did. He did. He
He was
was
just
like
so soft spoken. Yeah.
the perfect choice for casting. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Just so good.
And Hitchcock, with his mastery of black and white and using shadows, and insinuating more than showing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was a brilliant filmmaker. I just couldn't watch any of his stuff.
And then the part that always got me was at the very end where they did the frame by frame with the skull over Anthony's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of leaves you wondering whether he's just a mental case or there's really something going on there supernatural.
Yeah, that just this whole and the book will twist you just as badly.
Yes, it will.
The book will I think it will do your twist your brain even worse, your imagination. Because once your imagination starts running, at least mine, once my imagination starts running and I get into that world that the author has created, which Bloch really does a great job of, then he'll twist your imagination and make it work against you.
Yep.
And he did it really well in this book. So, yeah, Psycho definitely deserves to be in top 10 here.
Yeah, I would put it higher than Princess Bride.
Yeah, I would too. There's your Godfather.
Oh man, yeah.
Mario Puzo.
Wow. I knew people like this as a kid, so seeing the movie, I was like, "Oh my god, that's my uncle so and so," and yeah, it was fucking great.
First movie was fantastic.
The second movie really held up, though.
No,
it was good. It was good. Come on.
First movie was good. Didn't like the other ones.
No, 3 was the fucking monster.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
it really held the flavor of the books.
And the book was I read this book.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, I think I read it before I saw the movie.
Same.
So
I had no business reading that shit as a kid, but it was in the house, so I read it. So,
You fall asleep reading this book?
No. What?
Becca, she falls asleep reading the book. She
fell asleep watching the movie. How?
Oh, I get that.
What? Oh, Becca, you're dead to me. I love you, but you're dead to me. No.
I love you, but you're dead to me.
No. It is a quiet movie through a lot of it, and there's a lot of quiet conversations, but you got to pay attention to it.
Yeah. That was what I was trying to think of, is how to put that. So those quiet conversations, which
they have foreshadowing like a motherfucker. Those conversations,
which have so much meaning to them.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Really?
So let's see. You can rent it on Vudu for $3.
You can
Buy
get
it
from
for
the seven seas.
$4 off of Amazon.
Or you can talk to one of your weird friends because they probably have the DVDs.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, and I tell
Thank you, Becca.
Marlon Brando, I think this was his best role that he ever played.
Looks like we have a spammer in chat.
Thank you, Becca.
Oh,
So we'll just get rid of them.
thank you. Freaking bots. Yep. Number 10, Shawshank.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful, man.
Okay. If they'd actually made the short story frame by frame to the book, or the movie frame by frame to the original story, it would have been about a 30-minute movie.
Yes, it would have.
Well, it was a short story, but I think casting Morgan Freeman was fucking brilliant.
That was the best casting in the whole thing. Well, that and the guy that they cast to play the warden.
Yeah, the entire cast, really. I
Right.
mean,
Now, Tim Robbins, I could have lived without him.
I think any actor that managed to pull off quiet and unassuming could have been cast as the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Robbins, I think, was a bad choice. They could have found somebody better.
Not a Tim Robbins fan, but he did okay. But yeah, the movie itself was fucking amazing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He just did okay. Morgan Freeman is the one who made this movie great.
I could watch damn near anything with Morgan Freeman. I'm sorry, yeah.
So, but Tim Robbins, they could have found I really wish they'd found a better actor for that role.
They could have put Bill Pullman, like pretty much anybody.
Yep.
Jeff Daniels.
Oh, now Jeff Daniels would have been really great.
Yeah, because he looks so harmless, but he could put off that quiet anger really good.
So, but this is still and number 10, that's not a bad positioning for it.
No, especially as it started as a short story now.
So, yeah. And I actually had read the short story long before I ever saw the movie.
And I'm not really a fan of old-timey prison escape movies, right? But I gotta admit, I could picture that shit happening just like that. Just digging out a wall with a spoon and just, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Sorry. I enjoyed the movie and I enjoyed the short story.
And that's it.
So number 11. I've never seen the movie, but I've read the book.
What is it?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh my God.
We need to do a movie night.
You know what? Read this book.
I have.
You'll never look at the movie. You'll then go watch the movie. You'll never look at the movie the same way again.
Well, here's the issue. Jack Nicholson, though he is fun and he's great to watch, he's always playing Jack Nicholson.
Yes, he is.
So, I mean, I read parts of the book and I saw parts of the movie, but that's what I got from it. Who was it that played the nurse? Was it Gina Rowland? I can't remember her freaking name.
Yeah, Gina Rowland. Yeah, played her.
Oh man, she's amazing.
She was the best.
Love her.
You're roboting there a little bit, Ramen. At least it sounds like that to me.
Uh-oh. Have we lost Roman? Well, good. So now I can talk about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and about what a masterful piece of literary genius it is.
It was a very good book.
And actually, the movie was not bad. It gives a pretty good... It's like one of those where it does capture most of the major points. And But my issue with the movie over the book is the book had one overarching message it was trying to send, and the movie had something completely different as the message. So
I'm trying to remember who they had playing Nurse Cratchit.
I think that was Gina Rowland. That played Nurse Ratchet.
Okay.
And they tried to do a mini series like on Stars or something called Nurse Ratchet, but it's kind of a prequel to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but it was not good. I watched like first 3 episodes, fell asleep, decided I was no longer interested.
Let's see here. Come on, give a name.
Tony was.
Oh,
Gina
the
Rowland.
one I'm thinking. Okay, let's see here. The movie was Louise Fletcher.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I stand corrected. It was not Gina Rowland.
Let's see. In the play, it was Joan Tetzel, Tetzel.
I didn't know it was a play.
And then there was a streaming TV series.
Yeah.
With Sarah Paulson.
Yeah. And like I was saying, I tried to watch that, but it sucked. About 2 or 3 episodes into it, I lost interest.
Oh, it was Nurse Ratchet.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Nurse Cratchit.
No, it's Ratchet.
Okay.
Which, if you think about it, that is an excellent play on words. Because she kept ratcheting up the torture on Jack Nicholson's character. Oh, guess what?
Oh, Kirk Douglas was in the play.
Yeah. Raman's back and she wants back in.
There she is.
Fuck AT&T.
Yeah. You gonna go that way? All right. Yeah. No, I dig it.
No, that's where I'm going.
Oh, I totally agree with you. That Uverse stuff sucks.
I will say that they do have better customer service than Comcast. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, everybody has better customer service than Comcast.
Yeah.
Comcast will steal from you and tell you in your face, no, you're wrong, and I know we aren't supposed to take this money, but we're taking it anyway. But it's not stealing, and it's not illegal, so you're stuck with it. Nah, fuck
Pretty
that.
much.
So, like I said, I've never seen the movie, so would you say that this is worthy to be number 11?
Yeah. I've seen bits and pieces of the movie, and yeah.
Well, yeah.
Although I really think Jack Nicholson was miscast in this.
Oh, definitely. Jack Nicholson was the wrong character. Was the wrong guy for this character. He did. He had the right look and everything, but as Raman stated so eloquently, is Jack Nicholson always plays Jack Nicholson. So that being said, my favorite Jack Nicholson movie is The Last Detail.
The Last what? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
forgot all about that movie until you just mentioned it.
All right, and nobody. Well, see, that's the thing. Most people that you talk to will say that. The only reason I'm familiar with the movie and really liked it is because it's a Navy movie.
I don't know. I like The Witches of Eastwick. I thought he was fucking amazing in that. So.
Okay.
Are women on purpose?
I will say though that the werewolf movie he made.
Oh, I didn't see. I saw parts of that.
He did a good job in that movie too. I love the scene though where he pisses on the other guy's legs in the movie.
I did see that part. That was fucking brilliant.
And because that is something I could imagine Jack, Nicholson doing in real life if you pissed him off. But anyway, The Wizard of Oz.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to hell. I was never really crazy about that movie. I can feel
Dar,
the judgment.
I'm going to let you go before me on this one.
It's not a movie that could be made today.
No.
I think for its time, it was extremely well done.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
For those of us of a certain age, it is a part of our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that being said, looking at it, looking back on it from today's perspective, I could see where a lot of people would not like it. Me personally, I like The Wizard of Oz. Think it's a great movie. And I can honestly say I've never read the book. So, with that being said, don't know that I'm the quintessential, but yeah. So, I like the movie though. I really do. So,
I liked parts of it. I mean, it was beautiful to look at and it was well cast and it had great acting. But even as a kid, I was so mad about the fact they basically used this girl. She could have clicked her. She was gone home at any time. And they used her and then told her. And I was so bitter about that, even as a little kid. I couldn't get past it. Mad TV actually did a skit about that. It was fucking amazing. I loved it.
yeah. So, from that point of view, I get that. But I think the overall redemption arc of the movie of the main characters, the Cowardly Lion, Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, I think it was worth it for her character to go through all that.
See,
for that
Dorothy was the
redemption.
MacGuffin of the movie.
Yeah, big time. She was the MacGuffin.
All right.
It could have been anybody.
All right, now I got a question for you, Dar. Why do you think it couldn't be made today?
Just because. Go ahead, Roman.
I would say the fucking, what do you call it? The little the Lollipop Guild. Looking at you, Becca. You know, they'd scream racism and ableism, and they would probably do it like they were enslaved these days, and they would use it to stage some kind of revolution. I mean, they would completely just fuck up this movie for social points.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That's
right.
the reason why you couldn't make it today. So it will never be rebooted because of that. Because, like you said, there's just too, the SJWs would just be up in arms about it. But
I mean, look what they did to the. Don't look at what they did to Stand. That was fucking awful.
yeah, let's just put that on the back burner for now.
Okay, I've read the books, multiple books on this.
Yeah,
that Frank L. Frank Baum wrote.
Yeah.
Okay. This was a horrible adaptation of the books.
I agree with you on that. I mean, I haven't read them, but I heard, yeah.
Okay, it was a horrible adaptation. The acting in it was great. All right, I'm trying to keep the two separate here.
Exactly.
The acting was great. Dorothy was a MacGuffin throughout the whole. Was like I said earlier, it was the MacGuffin. The special effects for the time, actually, in a way, still stand up because they take you because they take you into an alternate universe, an alternate world. In that way, and then of course using the black and white / color segments. But people don't dream in color, so they reverse that. No, you dream in black and white.
Huh.
So they sort of reverse that a bit, but let's put it this way. My sister loves this movie so much, I use it as a ringtone for her.
Aww.
All right. I use the Wicked Witch as her ringtone, and I used "We're Off to See the Wizard" as her notification for her text messages.
Oh.
Because I hear when I set up my phones for stuff, it's like what reminds me of you. So, and I've bought and I've spent some serious money on stuff for her based on this movie because she's a huge fan of it. The movie itself, I watch about a half hour, 45 minutes of it. Then maybe it's because I've seen it so many times, I get bored with it, get up and leave.
Yeah.
Find something else to watch and then go back for the end. The flying monkeys is my favorite part.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I love the flying monkeys. But the casting was good. It's just such a poor adaptation of the stories themselves of the original book. But should it be on this list? It's a classic. Yeah. And I've got no
give it a downvote.
I'm going to give it a downvote. It really should. I don't think should be up here because it is such a poor adaptation of the books.
I gotta say, like, you really hit the point, though. It really helps if you think of the movie and the book as separate properties and keep them separate in your mind.
So, I mean,
makes me think I need to read the books now.
I heard it's like the difference between Mary Poppins, the book and the movie.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And the books I read all the books as a kid and they were amazing. So.
And the movie itself is amazing. I love the movie. It's
beautiful, but there's a lot of stuff you can't put in the movie even back then.
Right. So. Silence of the Lambs.
Wow. I don't know why I'm surprised, but yeah, that's...
The book was much better than the movie, and the movie was good.
The movie was good. Dar.
Enjoyed the movie. Enjoyed the movie. Let's leave it at that.
Okay. Wow.
Well, see, like we've talked about before, I've read the entire series by Thomas Harris.
Okay.
And the movie, a couple of the movies, like the Red Dragon or the Dragon, it lives up to the book very well. Anthony Hopkins was the perfect person to play his role.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
I've never been a fan of Jodie Foster. So I could always imagine someone better playing that role. She did a good job. For some reason, I think they could have found somebody better to play that role.
When they replaced her with what's her name, the redhead, I always thought of it as a downgrade.
Oh, that was definitely a downgrade. When they replaced her in the second movie, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second movie. I couldn't do it.
Well, I did only because I've read the books.
Ah.
Was it me, or did anybody find Jodie Foster's fake accent disturbing?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They could have found somebody better to play. I'm not.
Well, the scene at the end where she was in the dark and everybody else saw her through the goggles. She was fucking amazing. I mean, she did Panic really well.
Yeah, she does do Panic very well. She does do it. They probably actually had her in a dark room and somebody grabbing her legs or stuff, to force that panic on her look.
Maybe.
But yeah, even that space movie that she made,
Oh God, I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Contact.
Contact. Yeah. And so I'm watching
was
that movie,
just
and I'm going. This had such potential to be a great movie, and she ruined it for me.
Aw.
So
Hey, you know what? I'm going to agree 199% with you on that. It's just like that had such potential to be a great movie, but no, she ruined it completely.
and that's a shame when that happens. But what can I say? But and the books, I'm once again, I'm going to say, read the damn books. These books, Thomas Harris this series by Thomas Harris is great. The first book, of course, is better than the rest of them, but that's because that's where he does all of his character development. But he keeps all of his characters true to what he developed, which is unusual in series.
I might try to read it. I just have a really hard time reading like detective and crime books. Now I'll read the hell out of a true crime book, but
Well, Silence of the Lamb is based on a true crime.
you know what I mean, though. There's a lot of fictional stuff out. I have a really hard time with those books. Who was it
Read
based
about
on?
Ed
Ed
Gein.
Gein? Yeah.
Yeah, so if you read anything about Ed Gein, that shit just freaks you out.
So, all right. So, Gone with the Wind.
There we go. It was super faithful to the book, except they deliberately left out some of Scarlett's kids, but it was fucking great. The book is huge. It's almost like a phone book. So, yeah, they had to leave stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
But, they really got the heart of that book in there. And it was just beautiful.
I'm just going, I've only got, I'm real simple. All right. Perfect casting, perfect script, perfect acting, perfect direction. If you haven't seen the movie, you need to, because it is a classic movie that there's nothing, not a
bad thing about it.
I can't say a damn bad thing about it.
Oh man,
Vivian Lee, and I've never thought of her as being a great actress, but she pulls this role off perfectly.
It's like you can look at her and read what's going on in Scarlett's head. It was amazing.
I actually prefer Olivia de Havilland as an actress, as an overall actress. So
okay. Hey, everyone's got their preferences, man.
Well, as you can tell, I've watched a lot of movies from the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
So
I watched a few, but that was just fucking amazing. Another movie you couldn't make today, folks.
Oh yeah. They would. Could you imagine? Well, okay, help me.
She could have slapped that girl.
The black lady's name.
Butterfly McQueen.
Yeah, Butterfly McQueen. Thank you. Could you imagine somebody trying to be cast in that role today?
They would probably try to cast Kathy Bates in that role. Just saying.
You think they'd race swap it?
I think they would, to villainize white people, but then praise it as she was passing. I really think they would do that. I put nothing past Hollywood these days.
See, I just think they'd refuse to make the movie.
I think they would use it as their platform, cast Scarlett as some kind of white savior or they would make her secretly black and passing also, and have her stage they would completely ignore the book and have her stage a revolution on the plantation before the war even started.
I just got an ugly thought. You know who they probably cast in Clark Gable's role?
Oh God, Jamie Foxx? I don't know.
No, George Clooney.
Oh, God damn it! Now I'm seeing it. I can't play this game. I can't. I know it's a game. It's who would they cast today? Cannot play this game.
Did I not hit the nail on the head with that?
You really fucking did. Although, given that he's older now, they might cast her as Scarlett's father.
Okay. Then make Scarlet Oprah.
God damn it! I can't do this today.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's time to move right along.
It's one of my favorite movies. You're ruining it for me.
Stand By Me. This is the only movie. This is the only movie that I will say, damn it, Wesley, shut up. Did a decent job in.
Okay, I didn't see the whole thing. I saw parts of it, but yeah, it was good.
Yep.
You notice they don't even have his name here in the top.
No.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You know, I noticed that the shorter the book is, the more faithful they are to it.
Yeah,
which I think is great.
Well, that's because it's easier to do it because you don't have his
Yeah.
But the movie was really good. Kiefer Sutherland was great in his role.
I loved him.
Rob Reiner actually did a good job directing this movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is a great director,
and he did stay true to the source material. I think this actually should be a bit higher on the list myself.
I don't know. I mean, it has some pretty good things above it. So,
well, I'm going with the idea of how faithful did they stay to the source material.
Yeah, maybe one or two spots higher, but not that much.
So, but yeah, this was good. Dar, did you read it or watch it?
Watched the movie, did not read the book.
It's a short story in one of his anthologies.
Yeah, so yeah. I didn't mind the movie, kind of liked it. I don't get why everybody's so thought it was such a great movie, but yeah, it was all right.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I had read the book that I thought it was the short story or the novella that I thought it was a great movie. But
that could be.
Harry Potter.
So yeah, okay.
I'll leave this for you guys because actually I didn't like. I read the first 2 books. Watched all the movies, and I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm going to say that the first movie was the most faithful because when I read the book and then I saw the movie, I'm like, holy shit, it was exactly what I pictured in my head. That was directed by Chris Columbus, wasn't it? I think it was. It was fucking amazing.
Yep. So I'm going to agree with Raman because I did read the books before seeing the movies. First movie was the most faithful to the books. I liked the movies. Sitting around on a Sunday afternoon, nothing to do on a rainy day, watch the movies again, don't mind. The books were written in such a way that it's a good introduction for younger folks into the whole magical thing and all that. So I really don't have an issue one way or the other with the movies or the books. So
I don't know. I just
I had to take my son to all the movies.
Yeah.
And I guess about the 4th movie is like, all right,
It wasn't the best writing after the 5th movie, and that's all I'm going to go with.
And so
there was one guy, he did a really long-running fanfic, but it took one idea. It's like the what if idea. What if this happened instead of that? Yeah. And it changed the whole.
You guys talk about this for a minute. I got to let my puppy out. He's standing here staring at me.
Oh, okay, go let him out. We'll
right.
talk about Harry Potter.
Okay, talk about Harry Potter or Jaws.
I gotta say the fanfic was actually better than the original books, and I never say that because after book 5, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You kill off Sirius, you kill off all the best characters in the books, and there really wasn't much reason for it other than she seemed to be following a menu of plot points. So it kind of annoyed the fuck out of me.
Wow. Put a lot more thought into it than I did, obviously.
I've had years to bitch about this to my friends. Yeah.
Apparently. So, are you one of those people that complains about everything? Just
Pretty
asking.
much.
Okay, good.
Pretty much, yeah.
Glad we're not neighbors then.
I'm glad you picked up on that. I was wondering how long it would take till everybody figured that out.
That's okay.
No, I like some of the movies on this list so far. I love Jurassic Park. It was like magic.
I like Jurassic Park 2. I thought it was a great movie, and I like the books even better. But
the rest of the movies, no,
man. Yeah, okay. I enjoyed all the Jurassic Park movies except for that last one. I enjoyed them all.
I saw the first 2 for the new series with Chris Pratt, and they were good. I mean, not great. I mean, you're not going in there, but it's like they're good popcorn movies.
Yeah, the ending of the last one, Jurassic World, I was kind of like, okay, that's just lazy. So that's just me. But let's talk about Jaws. Let's talk about Peter Benchley.
I didn't read the book, but I love that movie so much.
Oh, see,
I really did.
If you love the movie, which I'm one, then you know what? The book is just going to be amazeballs for you. That's just, yeah.
Okay, this movie actually caused a major fucking fight between me and my ex-husband.
Well, how's that?
Okay, my son was 4, and he wanted to see Jaws, and I don't know where he saw clips of it, but he always loved sharks, and he wanted... I am not talking to you! So, he wanted to see it so bad, and Suncoast Video was in our mall, and he kept nagging his dad to go get him Jaws. And remember, he was autistic, and plus 4. And, I didn't think it was appropriate for a 4-year-old to see all the blood. Even though it wasn't really that graphic, it was still too much for a 4-year-old in my mind. So he took his son for an outing, and what do you think he came home with?
Well, I can't imagine. That would just be a
Jaws 3 VHS collection. Behind the scenes documentary, the movie, and something, and I think Jaws 2. I was so mad. I wanted to fucking murder him. But he watched every bit of it multiple times and never had a nightmare, so I was wrong.
Well, you never know. See, that's the thing between the book and the movie because of when it came out. You're looking at 1975, right?
Yeah.
The movie, I was like, oh, this is so cool. But after I read the book, it was like I had a couple sleepless nights after reading the book.
Really?
Yes, I did. It bothered me.
Wow.
I will say this: Jaws and
seeing it on screen
did not invent the jump scare, but they sure as hell perfected it.
Oh yeah, especially when that guy's head in the bottom of the boat pokes out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, I did. I jumped. I fully admit it.
They should have stopped at Jaws 2. Jaws 2 was pretty good. They should have just stopped there, though. But
they should have stopped there. Yes, I agree. Because all the other Jaws movies, they were just stupid,
ridiculous. Yeah, like the shark followed them all the way to this island where Michael Caine is. Oh my god, Jaws: The Revenge. It was just stupid as fucking.
Yeah. When Roy Scheider dropped out of the series, they should have stopped the movies right there.
Well, they should have stopped it anyway because he saw where it was going.
Yeah. But Dar, like you, the book did give me some let's put it this way. Remember, I've said I'm a vivid dreamer.
Yep.
Me too.
Okay, I had a few sleepless or less sleep than normal nights
Yeah. Yep. Same
after,
here. All right.
after reading that book.
Excuse me
Uh,
momentarily, folks.
the only
No.
book that ever did that to me was Amityville Horror, ever. Like the only one ever because of Jody the pig, and that was it. That was fucking awful. But yeah, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, uh, the movie Jaws itself. Again, I think this is another one where they actually got all the casting right.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And
What's his name from the Indianapolis? What's his name?
oh,
Quint.
yeah,
I can't do the name, and it was in my head for just a second.
yeah,
Robert Shaw. There we
right.
go.
Yeah, yeah, they got all the casting right here, even right down to the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the movie kept a good solid pace throughout the whole movie. There were no really lengthy, boring parts that didn't have some sort of interaction in there that made a tension getter.
Yeah.
The fingernails on the chalkboard.
Oh yeah.
You know, my favorite line is when he kept saying, "We need a bigger boat."
If I remember right, that was accidental.
Yeah, probably was.
Him saying
were-
that.
Yeah, there were a couple of improv things there that really worked out.
And the where they're comparing the scene where they're comparing scars.
Oh yeah. They
Okay.
start singing.
That scene will happen anytime you get three drunk men together.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I was just going to say that when I saw the movie and I saw that, I was kind of like, no, guy, are guys really like that? Then later on in years, sitting around, yeah, we're exactly like that.
But I'd still say Dreyfuss, and I'm not a big Dreyfuss fan overall.
Same.
But when Dreyfuss did see this scar right here, this is where she broke my heart. I mean, that was that is something you would expect to be said from somebody that never, really did a whole hell of a lot in their life.
Right.
That's what you would expect from a dweeby guy that's trying to fit in with the cool guys.
I mean, it was a perfect line.
It was perfect, yes.
So, now I've got to rewatch this movie because I haven't watched it in about 10 years.
I would go with about 15. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I've got to watch this movie again.
My son sees this shit practically every weekend. It's like on so often.
So, all right. Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh. Which adaptation? Let me sit up. Oh, the new one. Yeah, that was fucking great.
Yeah, the new one was great.
I can see why they couldn't finish the series, but I really wish they had been able to because
Right.
the casting was fucking awesome.
It was.
I think I've told you guys this before. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I read this series in church. This is part of my church readings.
Oh yeah, well it is, a lot of religion in there.
Yes, and our Sunday school teacher had us read these books. And like I said, I've said this before. The area I grew up in, Ohio, they really push literature from all directions in your life.
When I was in 3rd grade, our teacher read this to us chapter by chapter.
Really?
After lunch, every day he'd read a chapter because they weren't long chapters.
Oh,
you know,
It surprises me he did it in third grade.
Why?
It's a little more adult than that. It's a little older than that, isn't it?
No,
I don't know. I read it when I was little, so I don't know.
I don't think it is. But here's the thing about these books. I mean, I was in junior high school when I read them the first time. No, I take it back. I was 1 year before going to junior high school when I read them the first time. Read them again in junior high school. And I grew up in an extremely religious family, an extremely, religious environment. I never got that these were a Christian allegory. Never got that out of it. Never got that sense at all.
Well, it really hits hard in the last battle, so
Yeah, but I just never got that, and maybe it's because I'm
okay.
not very smart. I don't know, but I really enjoyed the books, and like I say, the last adaptation was pretty interesting, pretty spot on, but they never finished it, and that's kind of the part
It's sad,
that
isn't it?
yeah, kind of, because I would have liked to have seen that progress.
It was really beautiful what they did with the effects. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of a lot of the effects, CGI and stuff, because
Right.
it's not. A lot of times, it's not as good as practical effects.
Yep.
But in these movies, they really nailed it. It was just amazing. So yeah.
But now see, after Lewis wrote these books, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. He wrote the books with the polar bear and the girl with the stopwatch or the pocket
The
watch,
Golden Compass. I
golden
can't.
compass. Yeah,
Yeah.
those books were. That guy was an atheist, and he wrote those books to now to go against these books.
Sean, you shut your mouth.
What's
Yeah,
Sean saying?
I was waiting for you to see that. Where he
Love the
said,
books. The movie sucked. I will stab Sean. I will say these are the kind of books that you got to read as a kid, but then you got to read them again once you're an adult and have kids of your own.
Right.
You have a slightly different outlook.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the books. When you read them as children, you get one meaning out of them, but when you read them as an adult, you get a different.
Yeah.
So, all right, what's next here? Catch Me If You Can.
No, I'm sticking out of this one. I don't know it.
I didn't care for I watched the movie. It didn't do anything for me. But I never read the books, and and supposedly it's based upon a semi-true issue character.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I wasn't impressed by any stretch of the imagination. Let's just leave it that way. Dar? He's still go. Oh,
I'm sorry. No, I was not paying attention.
Oh my god!
I don't blame you when it comes to this movie.
Wow. Somebody has strong feelings. All right. Didn't mind the movie. It was kind of enjoyable. And I like the premise of the story, but I haven't read the book, so I did not realize this was a book thing.
So,
but I kind of like the movie. So, yeah.
Again, I'm not, there's nobody even Jennifer Garner. I'm not that huge of a fan of any of the primary actors.
Jennifer Garner does not emote well, right? I mean, she's easy on the eyes and everything, but I don't know. Just something about her. I'm not a huge fan. I'm probably still mad at her for Elektra.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't blame you one bit for that either.
But I did kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio, even though I'm not a huge fan of him. I did like him in this movie.
Well, he does play the spoiled brat quite well.
Yeah.
So, And Tom Hanks, I mean, he did not do a good job as the cop in this movie.
Well, see, again, Tom Hanks keeps playing the same character over and
Mhm.
over, and it's kind of getting old.
So maybe that's it. I'm just don't. I mean, well,
I'm just saying, I'm just, it's getting kind of boring.
yep. All right, Misery.
Oh
A
my
lot of
God.
a lot of Stephen King on here,
Well, damn near everything he writes gets made into movies. I mean,
Even
but
things that shouldn't.
well, that's true.
I really love the adaptation. I think it was really faithful to the book.
It was pretty faithful to the book. I really liked the book. I really
Yeah,
did.
me too.
I thought Kathy Bates she played the fan really well.
Oh yeah.
And you could see her being that deranged to do something like that. You got to finish this book.
Yep.
Because I did. I watched the movie, read the book, liked the book a whole lot more than the movie. Just saying.
Well, yeah. I
But
mean, there's more detail and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, the book was just that much more eerie and creepy and stuff.
It played in your imagination better.
It did. Yeah, see, and that's the problem too with like a lot of Stephen King's works. He lets you kind of use your imagination to fill in some of the blanks and things like that. And you can see things a little differently. Whereas the movie, they tried to spell every little thing out for you. And I just, because they went down a couple roads that I would not have went down with this movie. So
Another thing with King though is he actually makes you not exactly like his villains, but he'll give you one or two spots where you can be like, oh, I can relate to that.
yeah, where you can
And
almost be sympathetic to the villain
yeah,
without being overly sympathetic to the villain.
where you can kind of root for them, but while you know it's wrong, you're kind of privately like you'll never admit it. Go,
He humanizes them a bit.
yeah, like the whole bit where Annie was thinking about some girl that in her room or whatever that she had some kind of beef with, and just that's the one she set the laundry up at the top of the stairs or whatever. And yeah, man,
Well, the thing about, I mean, in this book here in particular, we all know somebody like her.
yes,
Yes, we do.
We
or
all
maybe
know,
we are her a little bit, just a little.
Well,
we all know that fan that just goes a little bit too far, that to the point where they're just a bit on the creepy side, or more than a bit on the creepy side.
Well, I love that he goes on about that in the book, where the person took pictures of the room they built for Misery and
Yep.
sent it to him. And yeah, that was fucking insane.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. This my final thing on it. The book, there were shades of gray. The movie, there was not.
That was
shades of gray is what made the book so damn good.
Oh yeah.
But the one scene that got me in both the book and the movie was where she busted up his leg.
Yeah, where she hobbled him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was.
I mean,
That was so intense.
that was one of those scenes where, I mean, you see it coming, you can't stop it, and you're sitting there going, "Oh my god!" And I mean, even my balls tightened up and tried to crawl up into my body.
Yes,
I really do
yes.
wish he had cut his foot off completely, though, like in the books. And in the book, she cut his finger off. I mean, she was just chopping at him.
So, but yeah, and James Caan is one of my favorite actors.
Mm-hmm, he's wonderful.
So,
Yeah, the first movie I saw him in that made me go really become a fan was Rollerball.
thank you. I
never
love
saw
that movie. Oh, you need to watch that
The
movie.
original with James Caan is so freaking good. The remake, though, absolutely biggest piece of garbage on the planet.
And let's see. wasn't James Caan also in the original Alien Nation?
Yes.
he
Oh my
was.
God, he was so good in that.
And that's
Yes, he
another one of
was.
my. That movie was fantastic.
It was. The series was stupid as hell, but the movie was
No, I like the
great.
series.
There were part. I like the series. If you, it wasn't as good as the movie was. That's true. But for a buddy cop movie, and trying to show
Series,
that,
yeah.
and their series, and trying to show the integration of really two completely alien species like that, I thought they did a good job.
And they didn't beat you over the head with being sanctimonious. I think that's what V tried to be and failed badly.
Yeah. Yep. I will agree with you there, Ramen.
And
So
it had really
yeah,
great
what?
casting. So,
Yeah,
Can somebody bop webcam for me, please?
uh-oh. Are you fucking kidding me? We just did this already.
Yeah, someone got him. Oh, Ramen got him. Good. Why only 300 seconds though? Hello.
Because I need time to report him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
This is bullshit.
How come it won't let me bop him? Oh well.
You gotta click the actual thing where he posted.
Oh, okay.
You might need to scroll up a little bit. Okay, if I hide him on the channel, is he only hidden to me or?
No, he's hidden to me too.
Okay.
He's
Because I
actually
still
hidden.
see his
Good.
post.
Yeah, and I'm showing them.
Yeah, he's deleted now.
Oh, Becca, why are your hands soapy?
Ooh, tell us more, Becca.
Tell us all about your kitchen, Becca.
Oh, is it the kitchen?
It's gotta be.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Becca's the only person I know that is seriously outdoes me when it comes to being a clean freak in my kitchen.
You have not met my wife.
Let's put it this way. My wife hates me because we've got a dishwasher and I refuse to use it because
Yeah.
I'm washing my dishes as I go when I'm cooking.
Oh wow, you are a keeper.
Okay.
Just for that.
And my kitchen counter, I start before it takes me 15, 20 minutes in the kitchen before I even think about putting food on the counter because I'm cleaning the counter first. And because we do have a cat that likes to jump up on the counters. So I am sanitizing that counter before I put my cutting boards on it, and the food itself never touches the counter itself. It only touches the cutting boards or the cooking sheets that I put down. The wife, she stays out of the kitchen completely when I'm cooking.
Yeah, see, I get banned from the kitchen if my wife's cooking as well.
So I fully get Becca. I understand her and her obsession with having a clean kitchen.
Oh, I do too. Can fully respect that. Respect.
My wife got mad at me one morning because I get home from work at 11 o'clock, 11 or 11:30 midnight, and she left some dirty dishes in the sink.
Uh-oh.
I washed every one of them, dried them, put them all away before I went to bed. And she said I woke her up, washing dishes. Well, I'm not letting dishes sit in the sink overnight.
I was gonna say, you should have washed them before you went to bed, girl.
Yep.
My wife
don't
would
leave a
yell at me if I
half-empty
did
coffee
that.
cup sitting on the counter. That's the one thing she's terrible about. She'll drink half a cup of coffee and then just set it on the counter.
Ooh, see, if I did that, I would be in so much trouble.
I'm guilty of drinking half a cup of coffee, but I'll be looking for it later.
So, Oh,
All right, so
Becca,
what's our next movie?
I wish I had your cat for that. My cat loves the counters. The Green Mile. Yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, yes, and yes. What?
Yes, I've read the book. Yes, I read watched the movies. I've got the movie. And yes, they did a fantastic job doing it, converting the book into a movie.
All right, so here's
agree.
my take on The Green Mile. The book was really good, really grips you, holds you all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Good book. The movie is one movie I did not mind seeing Tom Hanks in. So I did like his character. I liked the casting. The guy they got to play Percy was perfect. The guy they got
He
to
was a
play
pervert in
John,
real life too.
yeah,
Oh wow.
it just came off. You could tell he was a weirdo, you know. And they just like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm like, this should be
Doug
higher on the
Hutchison.
list. Yep.
Ramen, if you don't know about his perversions, just Google him.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Do it. Don't do it on a full stomach in that because
Wow.
But
You know what? I'm good.
yeah, he's kind of the modern day Fatty Arbuckle.
Wow.
Only people of a certain age group will get that reference, but I think the Green Mile should be higher on the list. So I'm going to say that.
I will agree.
And
This should be in the lower teens, maybe not in the top 10, but in the lower teens.
Okay, yeah, probably like top 15 would be where I would say. And the thing, the guy they got to play John Coffey.
Oh yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes, he pulled that off to the point where it was like, oh my god, it was when he was talking on screen and everything. It was almost like he was reading the book to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was just, yeah, no, that was just good.
The only person I wish it had done had a little bit of a bigger role was David Morse.
Yes.
He was just, I mean, he's a great actor, but he was almost relegated to the backyard in this movie.
Yeah, he was. And I definitely wish he would have had more of a screen presence because, yeah, I like him as well.
But then his time there with when he took Percy into the chamber with the electric chair. He that was his biggest scene, and he did. And I wish they would have given him more time. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So
I will have to agree with you on that. So, see?
All right. So we'll let Stephen King go.
Yeah. I would say.
Did not see it or read the book.
Well, the book was fantastic, but it was kind of a hard read.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was. It was a hard read. I liked the movie. I think Joe Pesci was great in it and all that, but I almost kind of want to separate the movie from the book. And I want to separate the book from the movie. So
I've never read the book. In fact, I didn't even realize it was based on a book until just now. but the movie, I always put the movie as a Godfather ripoff.
That's what the commercials made it look like.
Yeah, that actually, I could see that where you would say that, but you got to remember, Goodfellas was. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go along with you. I'm going to.
Allegedly based.
No, yeah, if you read the book, then you get more of the actual character the real character that's based on and all that. The book reads more like a true crime novel than the movie portrays it.
You know what? I have seen clips of Goodfellas, and the narration and the characterization, they really make it seem like Henry Hill is a bit of a narcissist who exaggerated because he needed his chance in the sun because he's not in that little group anymore,
Yeah,
and he needs that attention.
Yeah, and if you read the book, that's how it comes off too. But there's a lot more. There's a lot more detail to the book, and the characters are characters are better and everything. It's Goodfellas. The movie is kind of.
It seems like a parody of The Godfather more than
that's a good way of putting it. It's more of a parody of The Godfather.
Yeah.
But
what's weird is I've seen guys lose their tempers and beat the shit out of each other over just a look or whatever.
There was nothing that was untrue in it. But
right.
No, I think Goodfellas, it was more of a ripoff of The Godfather, because you got to remember, after The Godfather came out, they started making all these mafia movies.
Oh yeah.
And it was just we were just like inundated, and there's always the same 6 or 8 actors in every movie.
Always Joe Pesci, always Robert De Niro.
You've got to get the Italian to play the Italian.
Right, and there's other Italian actors out there other than these guys.
There really, though?
And Joe Pesci, he's one of those actors that you either hate or dislike.
Oh, I love him so much. I'm sorry. As a character actor, I go watch.
I just get tired of him.
Nah, man, go watch Easy Money. He's a short guy. And then there's this one scene where he goes off an obviously corrupt jockey. The jockey is literally about to win, and he's digging his feet into the ground to slow the horse down. And Joe Pesci just jumps over the rail and pulls the jockey up and just starts wailing on him. And he's so little. And it's fucking hysterical. I love him. Definitely go see Easy Money there, because that was Rodney Dangerfield and him, and oh my god,
that was a fun movie.
Now with Rodney, and I'm surprised I haven't seen that, because I love Rodney Dangerfield.
Very underrated, very not well publicized.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. And that movie was freaking hilarious.
It really was. You couldn't. Oh my god, Julio! You couldn't make that movie today.
No, you cannot make that movie today. And you know what really surprised me about you bringing that movie up is almost all the guys I know, we all really like that movie.
It's fucking great.
But none of the women we know will admit to liking that movie.
I grew up with these people. It's like going home. It's fucking amazing. Yeah. Oh, the scene of the wedding where you have this. You think it's this huge fucking park or something. There's like 100 people, and it turns out it's this tiny backyard. There's no room to move because it's all just full of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that movie is hilarious. But yeah, none of the women I know will admit to liking it.
Psh.
So
you're talking to the wrong women.
Obviously. I need to find different female friends.
Godfather Part 2.
Oh, I love that.
And if they would have stopped at this one, it would have been I've been very happy.
Yeah, really.
See, I didn't care for Godfather Part Two, so that's just me.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
I don't know. They're all out of the same book. I mean,
No, I get that, but I didn't like the movie, so I'm just,
okay. You know,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
But it
I
is
get that.
ranked about right, number 23. So I've got no problem with the ranking here.
I don't know. I would have thought it would have been higher, but like I think Stand
Uh,
by Me could have been dropped down a little bit, but that's just me.
okay. Die Hard was a book.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, Nothing
Yeah,
Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorpe.
yep,
Huh?
Did not know that. But what can I say? It's a fantastic Christmas movie.
it is my favorite Christmas movie. Kippy yay, motherfucker.
Yep. Well, I've never obviously I never read the book, so
Yeah, I did. I knew it was adopted from a book. I just didn't know what book it was adopted from. Now that I know, I'm thinking my reading list just got longer and I need to start reading more again.
but the I the Die Hard's one of those movies you love or hate. There's no one really in between on that.
No, there's not. You either love it or you hate it. You're exactly right.
It
And
was
I'm in the
okay.
camp of loving it.
I am too.
I watch it every chance I get.
Well, it's one of those movies, where an average Joe Blow gets put into some place where, holy crap, what am I going to do now?
Yep.
And you know, and how often do you see? I mean, running around in your bare feet through,
Yep.
yeah,
Through
okay,
broken
that
glass and all that.
right. So, and he made it believable. They made it believable that he was actually doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Another Jack Nicholson movie, The Shining.
Oh
I'm sorry.
no.
I'll tell you right now.
No.
I didn't like the movie. The book was good. The movie I didn't like.
I think the book was a little overrated, but I will say that I like the movie. It's one of those movies where you have to keep it separate from the book because as an adaptation, it sucked. But as
Yes.
a movie all on its own, away from the book, it's actually pretty good. I mean, you
See,
look at
that's how I feel about Goodfellas. Exactly the same way.
okay, I get it. But look at what's her name? Oh, poor Wendy. Shit. I mean, you literally see her breaking down throughout the whole movie.
Oh, olive oil was
I know. I can't think of her name either. I'm having a
Shelley
senior
Duvall.
moment. Thank you.
Shelley Duvall, yeah.
But I, I'm, I thought the casting was all wrong in this movie.
I thought her casting was good. It was just her appearance that was wrong. But she really hit the nail on the head as somebody who was completely traumatized. And I know Kubrick fucked with her, but still she was really good, and I feel for her.
And
Oh,
I mean, and Jack Nicholson, like Dar said earlier, Jack Nicholson playing Jack Nicholson.
true,
Yes.
true. But
So
it was a good movie though. I liked the movie.
Yeah, the
You
movie
know,
didn't suck.
it
Doctor
wasn't
Sleep
super
did
fancy.
though.
Okay, now I would okay, Becca, if you've already seen the movie The Shining and you're reading the book, I would go ahead and just watch the movie Doctor Sleep because I could not read that book. But definitely go watch the movie Doctor Sleep because it really ties the novels and the movie together.
I've never seen Doctor Sleep.
It's good. It isn't the greatest movie in the world. I'm going to admit that, but you know how bitter Stephen King was over the movie The Shining.
Yeah,
So he was actually pleased with the movie Doctor Sleep because it tied it all in a way together that he could live with it.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely recommend that movie though.
That'll probably be a movie I rent instead of buy.
Yeah, definitely don't buy it, but yeah, and it's got Ewan McGregor in it. I mean, fuck, you know, I love him.
See, I didn't read Doctor Sleep either, so
Couldn't read it. Could not get into it. Nah.
Yeah, I tried and it didn't work for me.
You know, if he's
I,
not on coke when he's writing, I can't read this shit. I'm sorry.
and like I said, anything that came out after the Dome, I didn't read.
Hey, furry.
So
Poor furry kitten.
okay, here's Blade Runner. Finally.
I knew it, but it should be much higher up.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
it should.
Okay,
This
I didn't
should
see
be
the.
in the
up.
top 10.
I haven't seen the entire movie, but I love Rucker Hauer, so I keep watching clips of it, and that alone makes it a fucking awesome movie. So yeah,
The movie
when they get
was good.
shot.
Do androids dream of the
Electric
sheep?
Sheep. Yeah, that title alone, man.
Phil
Kurt Russell
K.
starred
Dick.
in a Blade Runner sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard the sequel wasn't great. I don't know. People argue about it all the time.
What? Oh, Blade Runner 2049?
Yeah.
I enjoyed Blade Runner 2049 as a separate movie,
Oh, that works.
not
Yeah,
as
see.
a direct, follow up to Blade Runner. Okay, but as a separate, same world, same organizations and such, but different people.
I really got to see these movies.
So I've got Blade Runner 2049 and I enjoyed the movie. I've watched it 3 times. Now I've seen depending on which version of Blade Runner, I've either watched it 5 times or 10 times. So
Wow.
that speech by Rutger Hauer at the end.
That was awesome.
That was fucking amazing.
That was, I mean, how Rutger Hauer pulled that. Well, that role made me a Rutger Hauer fan.
Well, I'll watch him in anything. True Blood, Hobo with a Shotgun. What was it? Lady Hawk. That was my favorite.
Lady Hawk was fantastic.
You know, I cannot get Johnny to watch that movie. He's like, I want a movie with sword fights. I'm like, let's watch this. It's got sword fights. And he'll say no just to be an asshole.
Of course.
Tell him there's bare boobies in it.
Oh, I should have told him that.
Yeah, that'll get him every time.
But yeah, I mean, the cinematography for that one was fucking.
Tell him he can see a lot of boobies, and he'll watch it.
Oh, thank you. The Hitcher, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot that movie.
That was awesome.
The sequel to it was dadgummit.
What?
He played the grandson of a Manhunter.
I never saw that one.
Okay,
I gotta look that one up.
He played the grandson of Steve McQueen's character.
Yeah, he played the grandson of Josh Randall, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not Josh Randall. Steve McQueen's movie where he's the bounty hunter.
Oh my god, why can't we stand this person? Plus, there was Blind Justice. There was a Blind Fader.
Blind Justice
that was
hilarious.
That was a great movie.
I love Blind Justice. So yeah, Rutger Hauer's been in a lot. I mean, he's a solid actor.
Why can't you just, we really, now that they have decided to not show dislikes, we really need to be able to straight out ban people instead of this timeout shit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's supposed to be hidden, but it's not hidden.
Okay, the name of the Steve McQueen movie. Okay, the name of the Steve McQueen movie is called The Hunter, where he plays Ralph Papa Thorson.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Rutger Hauer made was in a movie where he played Thorson's grandson.
Huh. Okay.
So, yeah. Josh Randall was in his Steve
TV
McQueen's
series.
role in Wanted Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive. Yeah, by the way.
I still
all-time.
want that gun of his in that movie.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
I want that mare's leg.
Yes.
I've come close. I've
that.
had a chance to buy a mare's leg several times, and I've come close several times to buying it. So it's like the lever action and the rifleman.
Yep.
You know, I want one of those too. So I love lever actions.
Me too. I so want a Henry that I'm not even.
If I ever won the lottery, that'd be one of the first things I would buy. I would buy a couple of lever actions from Henry.
Yeah, me too.
I just can't afford them.
Yeah, a Henry 308 and a 308. That's what I want. Henry 308.
Hey, Furkitten, how you doing today? I went over. Dar and I went over to your website this morning. Watched your 45-second video you got up.
Undead Ramen is a secret weeb. Well,
It's not secret.
Yeah.
But
It really isn't.
Blade Runner, again, perfect casting all the way around. A great adaptation of the book. And casting, I've got no problems with any of the casting.
I don't think we're going to make it to 50 today.
How long have we been up?
We've never made it to 50 in one show, have we?
Yeah, we usually
have.
do.
Usually do, but because it's almost my drop dead when I turn
like
into a pumpkin.
We've got like 8 minutes left.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're only at 27, the Fight Club.
I blame Dara.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Blame me. All right, so unpopular opinion, Fight Club sucked.
No, it's not unpopular because I agree with you.
I couldn't watch it. I was like,
I don't get it, and plus, pretty
does
boy
Helena
hair
Bonham
guy.
Carter have to be in every fucking thing?
Pretty much.
God damn. Like, save some roles for everybody else. Jeez, lady.
Okay, let's try to get to 30 before he has to leave.
Let's just keep going. Fight Club's not even worth discussing.
I know. That's why I moved on to fried green tomatoes.
Did not see it. Did not read it.
Same here.
Same with Beaches. Nah.
I love to eat fried green tomatoes, but I've never saw the movie or read the book.
Nope. That's a
and I don't even like to eat them. So,
all right, on to the Birds by Hitchcock. Yes.
Not a fan.
This movie gave me nightmares.
I'm gonna give Dar an aneurysm.
I never read the book,
but
the movie was great.
You know what? My aunt, who's just a little bit older than I am, not much older, she gave me this book.
Did she hate you?
No.
Wow.
But she let me read that book, but this book and it turned her into such a fear of birds. To this day, she still freaks out over birds.
That's what I'm saying. Did she want to give you nightmares intentionally?
No,
did she want to psychologically scar you?
No, she just. I don't know why she gave me the book, but she did, and I like both the book and the movie. Of course, anything directed by Hitchcock, I'm going to watch because that man is so delightfully twisted.
Have you ever really looked at a bird that, like, up close? They're kind of like aliens. Like, you can't. They're not like other animals. You can't project your own feelings onto them and guess what they're thinking. And they've got these little black eyes, and these stiff little faces that they can't use to express themselves like dogs and cats do. And they're a
Well,
little creepy.
now see, there's things I could say about birds, but because this is a public forum and everything, I'm not going to because
I
that might get me
like
in trouble.
birds. I've had birds as pets. You can't really guess what they're thinking by looking at them. They're like other animals, so. And they're stiff and they have that jerky way of pecking at things and, you know.
My wife has got several bird feeders. So I got her one that was made out of clear plexiglass with suction cups on it that she can put on the
Oh,
window. So we've got right outside of our living room window a bird feeder attached to the window that she can sit there and watch her birds come up and eat.
I'm totally getting a bird feeder when I move.
See, I'm totally not going to tell you about my thing with birds. So,
Oh, now you got to tell us about your thing with birds because you said it. You
Well,
opened the door.
let's hit number 30 first, and then he can do
yeah,
that. That way he's on his own time. The Exorcist. Wow.
needs to be much higher on the list.
Yeah, real soft
Definitely.
movie.
Yeah,
Never read
top
the book.
15. Read the book and it totally changes the movie for you.
Well,
Oh,
I've
of
never
course.
seen the movie, so
You'll never look at the movie the same way ever again. And
eventually I'm gonna watch it.
This is one of the movies that turned me on to Max von Sydow. Sydow, there, he's a great
Ah,
actor.
yes, I totally agree. Max von Sydow is the quintessential person for this movie.
oh my
And
God, Becca.
What'd Becca say?
The Birds movie was funny to me.
Oh, Becca, I didn't realize you were that twisted.
see, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. But the second time I saw it, I found it quite humorous myself. So I agree with Becca.
Jaws made you afraid of the toilet furry?
What the fuck? It's not like Ghost Shark, which went everywhere, or Land Shark. I mean, ugh.
Well, hopefully Flowers for Algernon is on here somewhere, furry. I agree with you that. The the book is one of them heart. It grabs you by the heart, by the feels, and don't let you go.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, wow, we had a lot to say about these here today.
There
Yeah,
were some good choices on that list.
Yeah, there
there
really
were.
were.
I might not have put them in the same order, but it's a pretty decent list.
Yeah. So far, I don't have any major issues with what they had on here.
No,
Movies like Fried Green Tomatoes would never make my list at all.
no, not mine either.
Really
I mean, I could make a list of 100 and it wouldn't be on that list. Unless it was the 100th movie, only because I couldn't find another one based on a book. So, all right. Well, we are now at Dara's hard close time.
Yes! Dar,
So,
tell us your bird thing.
what is your bird thing?
So I think the reason why my aunt probably made me read The Birds is because as a youngster growing up, when I got my first ever BB gun,
Oh, no.
my favorite target was birds. So
Aw.
I got quite good at blasting them. And if anybody who's ever shot a bird knows, it's not an easy thing to do.
No, but it's sad.
And so I think that's the reason why she probably made me. And to this day,
That makes so much sense.
so I think that was probably it. But my aunt is totally creeped out by birds. She's very afraid of them and all that. But I'm not. I'm the exact opposite. I am not a bird friendly person.
Well, if you've ever had to catch a bird after it's gotten out of its cage, yeah, they'll make you jump. I'm sorry. Ugh. They were pretty, but I did not want to handle them.
Now, Becca, at least you could eat your son's target.
Oh, come on!
No,
What?
You can
my record for killing squirrels is 15 in one day.
Squirrels run the mob. I'm telling you, man. Y'all don't believe me. They try to
Squirrels?
steal. Yes, they
Squirrels
run the
do
mob.
what?
They run the mob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They tried to steal my car.
Oh, yeah. I see. When I grew up, we knew not to kill songbirds. My mom
Hmm.
would have blistered us for days. We would have gotten a whipping every day for weeks
Well,
if we'd killed songbirds. But crows, they had no problem with us killing crows. And of course, we'd go pheasant hunting every fall, but then the pheasant would go into the freezer.
yeah, those are food. Well,
And Becca, we ate squirrels all the time.
oh my God, they're fucking rodents, yo.
You know,
Yeah, not a
uh,
lot of meat on them either.
well, that's why you gotta get more than one for dinner per person.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my neighbor used to put squirrels into his Brunswick stew.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I would sit on my back porch and in the morning or in the evening, and I would shoot squirrels and give them to my neighbor, and he make Brunswick stew, which I do not like, but other people do. So I was more than happy to offer my Pelican as a service.
Well, Brunswick stew was that stew made up for people with no teeth.
Okay, I fully agree.
So, yeah. But anyway, we are now at the 2 hour mark. Dar has got a hard stop here. He's got a real life.
Yeah,
So,
sorry, but noon o'clock is my hard stop time.
so we will, uh, and fortunately, don't have Johnny sitting out there in the wings to jump in and carry us for another hour.
Johnny doesn't read.
Well, yeah, that's true. Um, but anyway, thanks Becca and Furry and everybody else that showed up. Sean,
Don't forget to hit the like button.
yeah, please hit the like button.
How?
Uh,
Oh wow.
these streams here seem to be fairly popular with people. They're other than the cleaning out the refrigerator day. These are the most popular stream.
Are you actually cleaning out the refrigerator on cleaning out the refrigerator day?
Well, yes, I do clean out the refrigerator on that day.
Oh
All right.
wow.
That's the day I take everything off the shelves, wipe down all the shelves and everything. And I get looking in there because it's going to be left overnight. And how am I going to creatively use those leftovers to make something for dinner?
Wow.
So, yes, it is. That is actually what I do about every 2 to 3 weeks. I hate
Why
a
the
dirty.
hell can't I meet guys like this?
I hate a dirty refrigerator. But everything comes out of the fridge on those every couple of weeks, so I can clean it out. So
Man.
I'm a freak.
I used to work in food service, so I'm kind of weird about the kitchen too, because I've seen some shit.
Yeah, I used to work in food service in my younger days as well.
So
Oh
did
my
I.
God. Never again, man.
So, all right. Well, Dar, you got anything going on in your life you want to pass on here before we lock her down for the day?
No, nothing all that interesting. But all I can say is do not comply and buy guns and ammo.
Amen, brother. All right, Ms. Ramen.
Free Kyle, this far binger. That's all I got, man. I got nothing.
I agree with that. Free Kyle.
Yeah. And we're not Monday is going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to listen to 2 hours 5 hours of closing statements or not. But I will
Ooh,
listen
Monday's
to the
closing statements.
yeah,
Yep.
but I will listen to the 45 minutes of judge's instructions.
I gotta admit, I got really addicted to this case, and I usually pop in at some point and watch Ricada, but yeah, it's really
I've
grinded my gears.
I've done 8 and 9 hours of
Yeah,
doing nothing but listening to them.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Cream String tonight on Irate's channel.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's at
You don't-
midnight, I'm assuming. Yeah, Becca, the judge's instructions is what I want to hear because he's played some stuff kind of close to the vest.
I will admit that he's been pretty fair throughout the thing. So
I just love the way he chewed out the blinger. God, I love that.
Honestly,
Yes.
they should have just pushed for what do you call it? A mistrial with prejudice right fucking there.
I actually want to see, I would love to see the judge, after letting these guys rant and rave for their 2.5 hours apiece, order a directed verdict.
Yes.
That would make my day, just to see Bling's face.
Yes.
You know what the issue I have with this is that they know that even though the judge will direct the jury, don't listen to this, don't listen to that, don't take this into consideration because it's unconstitutional or whatever. Just mentioning it will keep it in their minds.
Yep.
And that's what happened during Casey Anthony.
Yes,
They
it is.
completely ignored the judge's instructions and took into the penalty phase into their consideration when they judged her. Yeah, I was real bitter.
Yeah. Well, listening to some of the questioning, when he was questioning about hollow points versus full metal jacket bullets and stuff. What does that have to do with the price of eggs?
Like, right. I was going to ask, did he even use any of those bullets in his gun? He's a kid. Did he use those? Hollow points?
They were full metal jacket.
Was full metal jacket.
Yeah. See, the thing of it is with the 5.56 and 233 rounds is they're either going to be full metal jacketed or they're going to be green tip.
I was going to say they don't make a hollow point.
Not that I'm aware of. They could, but I'm not aware of
those rounds.
And the problem with the green tip, the only time you would use those again would be against somebody with body armor. And in a situation like that, you would never use green tip because that bullet would go through somebody and into somebody else. So
I don't know. That pedo had balls of steel to be chasing that kid down the block after he's gotten out of jail. So
yeah. So I'm pretty sure that the crowd chasing him down the block were thinking this kid's not going to shoot.
Right.
And when he did, I think it took them all by surprise.
They fucked around and found out.
Yes, they did.
And I really wish, when that asked the idiot when he's sitting there, he never touched you. He just touched your gun. He never touched you. Well, in Wisconsin, come to find out, I was right. Wisconsin is one of those states that if you are grabbing something that someone else is holding, that is considered an extension of their body, and it is assault.
Yep.
So yes, that guy was assault by law, legal definition. When he grabbed that rifle, even if he grabbed it by the barrel, he had committed assault or battery upon Kyle. So, right there, reason, strap or not, right there is reason to shoot him.
Yeah.
We don't know how this is going to go. Now the jury's being threatened with being doxxed, so we don't know what's going to happen. It might be enough to make them go against the evidence, but who knows?
Mistrial with prejudice. That's what needs to happen.
I said, I'd rather see a directed verdict of not guilty.
Yeah, that would be
because a mistrial with prejudice would say, well, all that really means is that the DA screwed up badly. It doesn't say whether or not he was found guilty.
Yeah, that's true.
I would rather see a directed verdict of not guilty.
He tried to persuade the witness to change his statement. That alone should have moved it toward a mistrial. That's fucked up, yo.
Well, and attacking his First Amendment rights and all that too. The
Yeah.
silence. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
so
the
many.
Fifth Amendment. You're right.
Yeah, there was so many things that the prosecutor just hosed this thing beyond recognition.
So
He foobarred is what he did.
he was trying. And I tell you, another thing that got to me, and I know it's really stupid that this got to me like it did, but every day he wore a different kind of pin. And, he went
It's
through the
not
Star
stupid.
Wars series, and then he started wearing something else. It's like, what the hell this is a prosecuting
Grown-ass man.
attorney. What is he doing wearing a child's, a pin like that in court on a case like this?
You know what I think? I think it's a distraction to actually distract from the case. If everybody focuses on the fucking pins he's wearing, they're not going to be writing about how they fucked up. So no, it's not stupid. I didn't notice it because it's so tiny on my screen when you're watching Regatta. So.
See, yeah, that pin thing is kind of like the old Clarence Darrow cigar trick.
Okay.
You're okay. So I take it you're not familiar with the cigar trick, right?
No.
So Clarence Darrow was a very famous lawyer back in the 30s and 40s. I believe he was.
Yeah, I know who he is.
What he would do is he would take a wire and put it down into a cigar and smoke a cigar in the courtroom. Because that wire was there, the ash wouldn't fall. So after a while, the jury and everybody else would concentrate on waiting for that ash to fall and would never fall. And so that was his way of distracting them.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
I did. I had totally forgotten about that little stunt of his.
Yeah. He used to do that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But anyway, Dar, I know you were
I got
way past. You got to run. Ramen, I love you, darling. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You bring fun to the stream, Dar. As always, that's one thing here. We've got there. If you'll notice, there was a lot of stuff there we disagreed on.
Yes,
and but we all had pretty valid reasons for our disagreements. Even if I disagree with you, I can see where you're coming from.
Even when Dar is obviously wrong.
Yes, even when Dar is obviously wrong.
See, I'm the twisted comedic relief here.
I'll tell you, I won't tell you what I got called yesterday. I'd have to tell you off stream because I wouldn't be allowed to say it on stream.
Ooh.
So y'all have a good day. Thanks for coming out, guys. We will see you next week when we try to do at least 30 more of these. This may be a 3-parter. Who knows?
Oh, wow.
But anyway, y'all be good. Thanks for coming out. Remember, be with the ones that you love and always love the ones that you're with. All right? And the stream is done.